Good morning, KELOLAND. This is KELOLAND on the go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your Sunday. We also have your Boredom Busters coming up, but first, our top story. We are learning new information about a pair of weekend shootings and a police pursuit in Sioux Falls. The first shooting happened just before 1 o'clock Saturday morning near the Lucky Lady Casino west of downtown. Police say the victim was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Police have not made any arrests connected to that shooting. Around the same time, police pursued a vehicle near the scene of that shooting, but now say the driver is not connected to the shooting. Instead, 37-year-old Nicholas Barrera is charged in a separate aggravated assault case, along with aggravated eluding connected to that pursuit. Later on Saturday morning, around 9:45 a.m., Sioux Falls police responded to a gunshots call in the 300 block of 12th Street, not far from the first shooting. Police say the victim in that shooting also has non-life-threatening injuries. Officers later found the suspect in the 2900 block of West 41st Street. 42-year-old Lydell Turner is facing several charges, including aggravated assault, possession of a firearm by a former violent offender, and multiple drug charges. Police say the two Saturday morning shootings are not related. We expect updates on the investigation into all three incidents during Monday morning's briefing by Sioux Falls Police. We'll live stream that briefing at 10:30 here on KELOLAND.com. First responders rescued a rock climber who had fallen 30 feet from a spire along the Needles Highway near Custer Saturday. Paramedics treated the rock climber at the scene before putting him in a basket litter for a steep climb down to a waiting ambulance. The helicopter crew then flew him to a hospital in Rapid City. Authorities say the climber was speaking with medical personnel attending to him. They say his rope likely saved him from a longer fall onto the rocks. Well, many people in KELOLAND will be seeking relief from the heat by heading to the lake this weekend. Boaters in the Black Hills may encounter patrols by the Pennington County Sheriff's Department. Deputies check to make sure people have their essentials on board and are following the rules. And while, yes, people are having fun, it's also very important to be safe.
I've done boat patrol. This is about my 5th year, and I really enjoy the fact that I can come out, spend a weekend on the boat, and get to meet a lot of people, wave a lot of times. But and it's a good time to experience nature and just be out with the folks who are enjoying the same thing.
The Sheriff's Office also conducts patrols on utility terrain vehicles to help keep people safe on Black Hills trails. The new South Dakota Hispanic Chamber of Commerce is less than 1 year old, but the group is already helping dozens of new business owners get started. The president and CEO says she saw a need and got together with like-minded people. In tonight's Eye on KELOLAND, we'll find out how the organization is making an impact in the South Dakota business community. Be sure to watch tonight at 10. Let's take our first look at the forecast now with meteorologist Adam Rutt in the Storm Center. Good morning, Adam.
Good morning, Perry, and good morning, everybody. We're keeping an eye on some showers and thunderstorms this morning, mainly in east central South Dakota and southwestern Minnesota, for that matter. Here's live Doppler radar with that line moving southeast of Estelline and Brookings. A couple of nice little thunderstorms rolled through Madison not too long ago. Now this line is moving from Marshall into Moody and eventually northern Minnehaha County. So just keep an eye on that this morning. We also had a couple of cells out toward Charles Mix County and the Platte area. I'll try and head on over to Corsica within the next 10 to 15 minutes, assuming they don't rain themselves out. Speaking of Lake Madison, we had a decent view about an hour and a half ago, but now this is what we've had with those storms rolling through. 64 and a southeast wind at 13 miles per hour. Compare that downtown, 70, south wind is 16, but you can see those clouds on the right-hand side of your screen. That's where our storms are. 60s and low 70s for temperatures this morning. We are going to get a preview of what's on the way later this week to the southeast. To the northwest, not so much, but everybody gets in on some dangerous heat sooner rather than later. We'll talk about that and the rest of your extended forecast coming up.
All right, thank you very much, Adam. Well, a local fan favorite performed during last night's Levitt at the Falls concert in downtown Sioux Falls. People packed the Levitt lawn to hear Brule, a Native American group based in Sioux Falls. Their 2019 concert drew 8,000 people to the Levitt. Organizers estimated last night's crowd to be between 9,000 to 10,000. Some concert goers began claiming a spot as early as noon.
It's always an honor, to get and receive recognition from your hometown audience. We'll never get tired of that, and we'll always appreciate it, and we're always humbled by that.
Some 50,000 people have attended Levitt concerts so far this summer. Organizers anticipate a total of nearly 100,000 by season's end. Calico Skies Vineyard and Winery in Inwood, Iowa is hosting a folk-off music competition featuring up to 10 musical acts competing for cash and an appearance at the upcoming Sioux River Folk Festival. The competition starts at 11 a.m. and goes throughout the day. Admission is $10. Children 12 and under are free. Radio Rangers are the evening headliner. The Sioux Falls Municipal Band performs its grand finale of the outdoor summer concert season. The free music starts at 8 p.m. at Terrace Park. Good Earth State Park's summer concert series features a performance by Jeff Gunderson. The music begins at 4 p.m. at the Park Amphitheater. The concert is free to attend, but a park entrance license is required for vehicles. Enjoy a night of sprint car racing at Houston Speedway in Brandon. The gates open at 4:30. Hot laps are at 7. The races start at 8. Admission is $20 for adults and $10 for children, and free for ages 12 and under. Adam?
Well, as you get ready for your day today, it is going to be a little on the hot side, especially to the south and east. Again, we're off to a mild start already with temperatures largely in the 60s and 70s. But that wind out of the south, especially towards Sioux Falls, is going to kick up that temperature even more. That's ahead of a dry, cold front where along the boundary we're not seeing too much. Ahead of it is where we have those thunderstorms and also some higher dew point levels as well. On the backside of that front, you notice dew points in the 50s. That's going to be headed south and east later in the day. So there's one more look outside. Here's Falls Park. Again, 70 here in Sioux Falls on what has been a largely quiet start to the day, at least in the city itself. There's our cold front from Mulbridge to Pierre right over Rapid City. And then we have our showers and thunderstorms moving south and east through Lake, Moody, and eventually Minnehaha counties. And then toward the I-90 corridor into southwestern Minnesota. Not to mention a few little isolated cells down toward, again, the Platte Geddes area. These are also going to move south and east toward Yankton, assuming they're even able to hold steady before raining themselves out. Beyond that, we don't have a whole lot of anything going on today. The bulk of the activity is going to be well to our east toward the Twin Cities, where they have the better risk for strong to severe thunderstorms. Now, what we're seeing move through eastern portions of South Dakota now, as you can clearly see, showing a lot of lightning, not to mention some brief heavy rain and even a little bit of hail not out of the question. The marginal risk is now east of Marshall and Worthington for that matter, but still including Spencer and portions of Osceola County and down towards Sioux City. Any storm that does fire up in the marginal risk area capable of producing some gusty winds and hail. Now, much of this upcoming work week is dry with few exceptions in place. Like late Monday night could see a few showers crash the party, but it's Tuesday night and then Wednesday that arguably holds our best chance for organized precipitation. And even then, unfortunately, it's not looking like it's going to be all that much. What we're not going to be lacking in? Heat. What you see behind me is basically the probability of seeing above average temperatures. The deeper the shade of red, the more likely you are to see above average temperatures, whether it's by a little or like what we're going to see on multiple occasions this upcoming work week, by a pretty healthy margin. So please be careful if you're going to be out and about over the next several days. Highs today in the 90s to near 100 south and east, either side of 90 north and west, with lows mainly in the low to mid 60s, mainly quiet, maybe an isolated thunderstorm out toward the hills. Then we get to the 7-day forecast, which across the board is going to be very, very hot, with multiple days in the 90s to near 100, if not even over the 100-degree mark as you head towards central KELOLAND. We'll also leave in that chance for some midweek rain, but again, we're not expecting too much. It's still something, though, to at least break the trend of excessively hot days. Have a great day, everyone. For more on your local news, weather, and sports, you can always head on over to KELOLAND.com.